Hey Amelia, how are ya today, hon? Would you like to know something? I always wanted to tell you this. In case you're wondering, I'm Karen Baylog, Cody Kish's grandma. It was September 16th, 1945, when this bouncing baby girl entered the world in the booming industrial city of Buffalo, New York. My early years of life, my family, they relocated to Pasadena, California. My dad was a welder by trade. The job market, it was real tough back then. And my mother's younger brother, Raymond, passed away. So with that happening, we had to relocate back to Buffalo, New York. Growing up in the late 40s and 50s was definitely different than growing up today. Most moms stayed home to raise the family, and dads, they worked very hard to support them. There was a lot of changes. Changes were tremendous. Wringer washers, well, they went to automatics. Clotheslines to dryers. Drying your hair over a floor furnace to hair dryers. And no stores were ever opened. No, that was a no-no on a Sunday. You did without, or you just borrowed from a neighbor. Gas was full service. There was no self-service. And cars, they had a lot of chrome. And big white wall tires. And they were hard to keep clean, and crazy Uger horns. As children, we played a lot outside. We played a lot of baseball, kickball, riding bikes. We were always outside until we had to come in, and that was almost dark. Cold and rainy weather, we played inside. We played board games and cards and puzzles, and we liked to visit with our friends, watch maybe a little TV. I remember our first TV. Hoffman was the brand. It was 10 or 12 inches. The screen was round with green. Over the screen to protect your eyes was a tint. Color TVs, they came later. That was in the early 60s, and we were in our glories. That was like the cat's meow. Wow, color TV. Now, they're amazingly flat screens. No TV tubes to change. And a lot less wires. Music went from a portable transistor radio that I used to lug around that weighed a ton, that ran off 2 large lantern batteries, to an iPod. Records, they were huge and heavy. They were 78s. Then they went to 45s and 33 1/3s, to CDs, and then on to the iPods. Same with the TVs. We used to do a beta tape, then we had a VCR, then we had CDs. Now you just have to go directly to your TV, and you've got choices. And my friend, she had a jukebox. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, that's now a collector's item. And the funny thing I remember was we had a 2 or 3 party line, and it was a telephone line that you shared with other people in your area. When you picked up the phone, you had to listen to make sure nobody else was on it, because you had to wait your turn back then. And the numbers, they started ABC or 1, 2, 3, and then came the area code along with the wall phones and cell phones. And now, in the future, there's going to be a watch that you can use as a phone. How about that? What next? Life was full of technology. People were less stressed, and gas was 3 gallons for $1. Bread was 25 cents a loaf, and it was delivered by a milkman. And newspapers came by the paper boy. Fathers were the head of the household, and my mom, she was the strong heart and the heart of the family. Children were seen and never heard. You learned to respect oneself and one's parents and the authority figures and your other friends and family. They were hard years financially, but irreplaceable. Turn back the clock in a heartbeat. Close my eyes, I'm back. It's like it was yesterday. I especially remember growing up in a brisk cold morning in western New York. Temperatures, it was 8 degrees. Ooh, cold out there. I hurriedly ate my breakfast, grabbed my book bag, and I walked to my 2nd grade class. Our day was filled with a very busy schedule. As we settled into the day, that awful siren went off. Quickly the teacher, she closed the windows and the shades and turned the lights, and had all of us take our position, which was under the desk, remaining very still and quiet. until the PA system said, "All clear." That was called an air raid drill back then, which we had to practice on a regular basis. The war was over, but the danger of retaliation wasn't. Let's see. Maybe some one of you will have that opportunity to share a bit of your life with the world and its effects, good and bad. Seize that opportunity. Run with that opportunity, because that is what life is about. History in the making on a daily basis. Fun sharing the afternoon with you. It's been a rainy, cold day, and it's been thanks for letting me kind of blast the past at you. We'll have to do it again sometime. I gotta run, but nice talking with you. Have a great day.